Hi, congratulations on buying your new NeilPryde Wave sail. I'm Robby Swift, here to help you learn how to rig it up in the most efficient possible way to get you out in the water as fast as possible and not to damage your sail in any way. First of all, we've got a elastic toggle here, and it goes around this little NeilPryde tag. You unclip that from the sail and it's ready to roll out. Choose a nice spacious area such as this without anything sharp and roll the sail out all the way. Next you get your mast, and you need to make sure that there's no sand on the join here. You don't want sand there, the mast will end up getting stuck together when you finish sailing, so make sure it's nice and clean. It should slip into there very nicely and end up flush together, and you're going to want to make sure you keep this joint together all the time while you're rigging up, and especially when you put the downhaul on. The next thing you're going to want to do is insert the mast up inside the luff sleeve. First it goes in through the tack fairing here at the bottom. Then you push it halfway, and there's a stiffener inside the luff body which is going to make it easy for you to push the mast all the way up into the luff sleeve. You push it from the bottom here, holding onto this little strap until it gets difficult to push, and then you move up to the boom opening and you thread the mast all the way to the top. And you come back down to the bottom, pull again on the strap, make sure the mast's all the way up there. Then you're going to want to walk up to the top of the sail, put your finger into the top here and make sure that the mast cap is inside the mast. There's a conical mast cap here and it goes inside the little hole, and you need that to be flush. On the way back down, you get to the middle of the sail and there's a little diagram here that says mast join. You just rub your fingers here to make sure that the mast's together, and it is. And you get back down to the bottom and it's time to pull the downhaul. Next you need to set the mast extension to the recommended setting printed down here on the bottom of the sail. You push the pivots up so that the clamp opens, twist it a little bit to the side, and then you can slide it up and down the extension, get it on the right setting, and the pins push back into the holes. Next you insert the mast extension up into the bottom of the mast. Then you fold the tack fairing up, and that gives you easy access to the pulleys and makes it very simple to thread this rope through. These new mast extensions have a drawing on them, 1, 2, and then there's a cleat, so it's very obvious which way the rope needs to go so that the rope doesn't cross over at all, and it makes it easy to downhaul. Go through once, twice, and then back down through the cleat after the third time. Sit down on the floor and then pull the tension through the cleat. And it should slip very easily since the ropes are all aligned nicely. Since this is a wave sail, we're rigging it on an RDM mast. You've got the little RDM mast adapter for the boom. Slide the boom up from the bottom of the sail, clamp on the RDM mast adapter. With the NeilPryde sails, we always recommend that you rig the sail with the battens top side up. That means the back cams are facing up to the sky. That means that when you come to the boom opening here, the tongue of the boom will easily slip round underneath the mast, and then the rope will be very easy to clip over the tongue here. You want the boom clamp to be nice and tight so that it doesn't slip down, but avoid over tightening it too much, because then you might break this little rope as you're tightening it, or it could damage your mast. Next we're going to put the outhaul on the sail, and again you've got the settings printed on the bottom of the sail here. The boom settings are measured from the front edge of the mast in the middle of the boom cutout to the back end of the sail right behind the boom eyelet. So if you want to double check your settings, then that's where to measure from. Obviously if you put your boom higher or lower, then it's going to make the boom seem longer or shorter, so the middle of the cutout is where you need to measure from. To adjust the length of the boom, it's very easy. There's a small lever here which you push up and that opens the pin lock. You push it up on both sides, and then there are numbers printed here on the boom extension, and you pull it out to the recommended setting on the bottom of the sail, and then you clamp the pin lock back down again. Make sure that it clicks into place and the boom's solid and ready for you to put the outhaul on. Every NeilPryde boom features a loop-loop system, so it's very easy to put your outhaul line on. Basically, if you have a knot at both ends of the rope, you can pull the loop all the way through, push it down through the eyelet, push it back over the horn of the boom, then you need to pull the end of the rope that goes through the cleat, and you pull the outhaul on so the sail gets nice and tight. If you notice any wrinkles in the monofilm alongside the battens, that means that you don't have enough batten tension. One other advantage from rigging the sail the right way up is that the back cams are on the top, and it makes it very easy just to slip your fingers under, pop the batten cam open. You can twist this little screw here to adjust the length of the batten, and then you can easily snap it back down into place and you're ready to go. On all the NeilPryde sails, it's very important to give plenty of tension on the bottom 2 battens, because that gives a shape in the sail and gives the sail a nice feel, but you don't want to over tension the top battens, because then you might end up with the curve of the sail going the other way, and the tension in the batten is going to affect the performance of the sail and make it feel too stiff in the head. Okay, there you go. Now you've got the sail rigged correctly according to the settings on the bottom of the sail, and you're ready to go and make the most of the conditions on the water. At NeilPryde, we strongly recommend that you use NeilPryde rig components. We design the sails around the bend curve of the masts, and also all the settings printed on the bottom of the sails are designed around NeilPryde rig components. To get the most performance out of the sail, you want to use a NeilPryde mast, and also to make sure that the settings are all ready for you to go, NeilPryde rig components are the best. Once you're finished sailing, it's time to de-rig the sail. There's a certain order to do things to make sure that the sail gets put away properly and you don't damage anything. The easiest thing to do is, first of all, unclip the outhaul like so. And then, because of the loop-loop system, you just unloop the rope from the horn, pull the rope out of the sail like that. And we'll walk round to the front of the boom, unclamp the head of the boom, remove the rope from the tongue, and twist the boom down to the bottom, and it'll pop off the sail like so. And you take off the RDM mast adapter for the boom, move to the bottom of the sail, fold up the tack fairing again. It's very easy to release the downhaul with NeilPryde mast extensions. The cleat will be facing upwards, and you wrap the rope around your hand, put your foot on the mast extension, pull up to release the downhaul, and then let the rope go and let the tension come out of the sail. You unthread the rope as so, pull the mast extension out, and then you're ready to take the mast out of the sail. All NeilPryde sails have a little loop at the top of the sail. You can take a screwdriver, push it down through the loop, and push it into the grass or whatever you're rigging on. Come back down to the bottom, and then if you twist the mast gently as you're pulling it out of the sail, the screwdriver will hold the sail into the ground to make it very easy to remove the mast from the sail without crinkling the sail at all and leaving it perfectly straight, ready for you to roll up. So it's important to roll the sail up nice and tight so that when it's in the bag, there's no chance of it getting damaged. You roll the sail tight straight from the top, and then keep squeezing it as you roll the sail down. And the sail should roll up straight. Every batten that you come to, the batten should still be in line with the roll of the sail that you've got to so far, making sure that it's nice and tight and clean when you get down to the bottom. Then there's a little elastic toggle here. You pull that out and you clip it around the NeilPryde tag, and that'll keep the sail rolled up nice and tightly, ready for you to put it in the bag.